Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Long Island Football's new show series recap. Today, we will be talking about the opening day matchup of the Owls and Phantoms, which just occurred, and a little later, we'll be moving on to the series predictions for My Hitman and Joey Skolko's Eagles. Let's get into it.
All right, our first question is going to be asked by me, and I'm asking you guys after opening day, the series between the Owls and the Phantoms. What are your guys' overall vibes and feelings about opening day?
So I start off here. I think personally the league is at a great spot. We've only had 1 week so far, and we've only had one series, but I really think everyone worked really well as a team. I want to give a shout out to everyone that came down to help. We had a couple people on different cameras around the field. We had some commentators. We have people working jobs on the pocket radar as well, and it just really helped make the game come together, especially when I was editing. It was wonderful to see how much stuff we had, how much footage, how much help we had. So that really excited me. And then also, just in general, I think get a lot of guys talking at the field during the games, after the games were played even, just how much they loved playing. And that really made me happy because I loved seeing everyone so happy and enjoying themselves so much at the field. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And just one quick thing before TJ answers the question. I feel like even though it was a 3-0 series win for the Owls, it didn't feel like that. You know, everyone was having fun, everyone was laughing, and honestly, obviously I wish the games could have been a little bit closer and a little bit more fun to watch, both in person and on the YouTube, but we made the best out of it, and unbelievable job by the YouTube. But that doesn't go without the help from everyone there and just the vibes that everyone brought to the field on game day. So, amazing job, TJ.
I got to go with what Jake was saying because all I'm thinking of is when we would play and we only had 4 guys go, 1 camera, and of those 4 guys, one of those guys probably didn't even play for those teams. They would be a sub for the day. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we would have a full team from one and 3 for another, we still were able to get a functional game going. We had great help all around. Everybody was having a great time. Couldn't ask for better weather for wiffle ball. But most important part of the series was, of course, the wiffle ball. And Owls 3-0. I think a lot of people predicted that with the lineup that they had coming in. But if there's one person for the Phantoms I got to give a shout-out to, I think we can all agree is undrafted John Pacey for the performance that he put in at the end. He batted .430 for the weekend, and that puts him in the top 3 in the entire league. And as an undrafted guy, Suffolk guy, nobody thought that this was coming from us. As for pitching, that is one of the things that we saw that the Phantoms needed to work on. But I think their best thing was their on-base percentage, their hitting. And for the Owls, they just showed that not only all-around team, but they show that defense wins championships.
Absolutely. I agree with both of you guys. And I think vibes are very high after opening day. Let's get on to the next question.
All right, guys, so for our next question, I want to ask y'all who you think the standout player of Week 1 opening day was for each team. Let's start.
I'll start. We have him already on the screen for a reason, Tommy DeSantis. Not for nothing, but that whole Owls lineup was offensively was stupendous. And it was hard, honestly, to pick between Tommy and Aiden, even though Aiden did have 2 home runs, pitched a shutout on the mound. But Tommy had 4 home runs in 3 games. Well, a total of 11 RBIs, 12 RBIs?
13.
It was 13 RBIs,
okay.
And it was 3 home runs back-to-back in the third game.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
3 straight at-bats, 3 home runs.
It was 3. Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know where the Owls would have been if it wasn't for Tommy driving in. How many home runs did he drive? How many runs did he drive in just that third game?
I think he had 10 RBIs that last game.
Goodness.
Two grand slams?
That's what we're talking about.
One grand slam, and then the other grand slam would have been that third game. So, so doing the math, that would have been 9. He had 9 RBIs that game, and that wouldn't have won them that game. So, for me, Tommy DeSantis, second in the league with batting average, leads the league in home runs after only 3 games played, and we knew he was going to be good, but we didn't know he was going to get off to this hot of a start.
Tommy was going to be my guy, but just some other shout-outs. Obviously, we all know Aiden was going to be top guy. 13 plate appearances, 12 times he got on base. So it's something that you can't beat in wiffle ball. Again, John Pacey, great outing. First overall pick, Joey Altman, had a good showing. But yeah, I think the big thing is that it's competitive now. They haven't seen as competitive as we can get sometimes, and I think this is a good wake-up call for them.
Just want to highlight one more player on the Phantoms, the captain even, Matt Ostrowski. I know he struggled a little bit on the mound, right? And there's definitely a learning curve. You know, he plays a different style of football in his hometown league. But I actually thought he had a lot of good spots there. He had a big strikeout on McCarthy with a riser. A lot of his pitches were moving, and I think what we can expect in week two for him, or even the third series, is a big improvement for him. He had a lot of innings up, and he let up a lot of runs, but he stayed in there. He battled. So I'm going to give him his flowers. So after that, we're going to moving on to the next question.
All right, so for this week, our last question is about our upcoming series between me and Joey and Jake's Hitman. So first question real quick. What are you guys' predictions for the series? What do we got? Joey, you want to start off?
Want me to go first? I'll
Go
go
first.
first. Okay. I'm gonna. I don't think we're going to see back-to-back sweeps, but I do see it coming down to the final game of the series. I do think Eagles take game 1. I think the Hitmen will battle back and take game 2. I think their second arm with Collins is going to be better than whatever the Eagles have without Dougie, since Dougie won't be making it. But I do think, hopefully with me back on the mound in game 3, we will take that third game of the series and win the series 2-1. What's your prediction?
So I'm going to change it up a little bit. You know, it's my team, so I'm going to be a little biased, right? I've played with Joe my whole life. I think, you know, out of all the seasons I've played, I've probably had like 2 now on this team ever. So it's gonna be different versing him. It's gonna be a very different matchup. But I'm gonna have the Hitmen taking this 2-1. I'm very confident in myself right now to pitch on the mound. I'll be pitching game 1, and then I believe Aiden Collins will be going game 2. Game 3 is a game time decision. But I really think that if we battle hard, we keep the bats light, and we really just keep our defense solid, I think we have a good chance of taking the series.
And for me, I think I'm going to go with Joey. I got Eagles 2-1 in this one. I think Joey's going to pitch phenomenal 2 games, but that third game that Joey's not pitching is going to be experiment for us. We don't have Dougie Baker playing, so we got...
Second game, you mean?
Second game, yes, second game.
Okay.
So, but it's going to be a big experiment series because we have me, AJ, and Jack Bandel who all can pitch, but it's a matter of who can be that backup guy that we need. So... like recent years, I couldn't pitch for my life, but now I'm up there as a substitute right now. So I really think that one loss is just going to be that from that experiment that we have to figure out. If Dougie doesn't make it, if any pitchers don't make it, who's going to be the next guy up? So and I trust Jake Lucido. He doesn't pitch much, but he pitches more often than I do, so he's got to be better. And last question, close it out. Who's your player to watch going into the series?
Yeah, I'll go first again. I'm gonna go with somebody from my team. I'm gonna go with someone from the Eagles. I'm gonna go with Mastrisario. Through the spring training games that we did play, he's looked great. His swing is he's got a great swing. He makes really good contact all the time, and he sees the ball really well, even though he's years younger than most of us. I think he's going to be one person to look out for, and he will be a big part of the Eagles if they come out on top. Jake?
Couldn't agree more. I love him. Fluffy Buzz, you're my boy. You know, I could say something about one of my Hitmen teammates, but I think I'm going to go here with an Eagles player, actually. I just want to give him a good shout-out. AJ Beeman-Durfer. The kid has a lot of passion. You know, anytime it's out of your way to get somewhere, especially for something like wiffle ball, you know, when that person shows up, I am impressed, and I'm very happy. He's coming all the way from Boston. That's an early morning car ride, early morning ferry, and then another car ride, right?
Yeah. And
that's tough, especially when we start so early for games, right? And on a bad day, on a good day, like it depends what the weather is too. I want to give him his flowers. I really believe that he will be a big player for the Eagles. He's got a good bat. Like TJ said before, we might see him on the mound. You know, we don't know who your number 2 arm is without Dougie.
Yeah.
But I really do believe in the kid, and also the passion, 100%. And you know, wiffle ball 10% skill, 90% passion, in my opinion. So I think he's got the passion to do it.
To end it off, I'm going to agree with Jake there. I think AJ is going to be the player because you don't come all the way from Boston to Long Island for nothing. You're trying to play for something. I would say Machisario as well, but I've seen how Machisario plays. I know how he is. Great kid. He honestly was hitting the best off me during spring training, but he's on my team, so that doesn't mean anything. But I've seen him play for years, and I know how he is. AJ, I think, from what I've heard from my captain, from Aiden, from everybody in the league, I think he's a great player to watch. Good, bad. I think he's got a better arm, and really the way that he pitches is going to be a great look for how the Eagles are going to be for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. One more quick thing before we end this segment up and the show. I think Aiden Collins is another player to really look out for. He's got. I mean, we've also known him we've known him longer than we've been playing with Machisario, and if he's got the bat and he can deal that game 2 for the Hitmen, there's a really, really good chance that the Hitmen could come out on top. So he's a really key player to watch out for the Hitmen. But with all that said and done, tune in Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the YouTube video to drop. Eagles versus Hitmen, Week 2. Check it out.
Series.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.